After the first 10 rounds of the 2025-26 season, Arsenal have made a dream start. They look like serious title contenders in the Premier League, playing with near-perfect form and racking up 10 straight wins across all competitions. Their defensive solidity and ruthless finishing have inspired real belief among fans. But their trip to Sunderland last weekend turned out to be an unexpected stumble, one that slightly slowed their electric momentum. The draw didn't just cost them points, it exposed the tactical cracks beneath the surface. Sunderland put in a stubborn defensive performance, even pulling off some clever tricks, like moving advertising boards closer to the pitch to neutralize Arsenal's trademark long throws. The hosts disrupted Arsenal's rhythm, creating chaos that the Gunners weren't used to dealing with. The 2-2 draw ended Arsenal's winning streak, and for the first time this season, they conceded more than one goal in a game. It also brought an end to goalkeeper David Raya's impressive run of 451 minutes without conceding. It was a reminder that, despite their depth and star power, Arsenal are not invincible, especially against teams that defend smartly, patiently, and with a few surprises up their sleeves. In the unforgiving grind of the Premier League, maintaining consistency is often the hardest part of all. While Arsenal hit a slight pause, Manchester City had a brilliant week that reignited the title race, cutting the gap at the top to just 4 points. Their emphatic 3-0 victory over Liverpool at the Etihad was a tactical masterclass, following up on strong wins against Bournemouth and Dortmund. 10 goals scored in just 3 games. Erling Haaland's scoring form, combined with the explosive pace of Jeremy Doku and Ryan Cherki on the wings, is helping City rediscover their devastating best. Pep Guardiola, marking his 1,000th game as a manager, was pleased with the result but stayed true to his perfectionist nature. He stressed that his team still have room to improve, particularly in their second-half performances lately. In his trademark philosophical tone, Pep reminded everyone that in a long Premier League season, the team leading early isn't always the one lifting the trophy in May. The real winners are those who keep evolving, improving, and staying consistent as the months go by. He's now pushing his players to keep competing for their places, to rotate intelligently, and to maintain both intensity and freshness. In a weekend where most of the top-half teams faced off and ended up taking points off each other, Chelsea were the biggest winners. Enzo Maresca's side made the most of the chaos, cruising to a comfortable 3-0 victory over bottom-placed Wolverhampton to leap into third place. Right now, the Blues are just 2 points behind Manchester City and 6 off-league leaders Arsenal, a gap that suddenly feels within reach. For the first time in a long while, Chelsea fans can confidently say their team is back in the title race, but their rise to third isn't just down to luck. Over their last 5 league games, Chelsea have won 4, a run of form that's been both impressive and consistent. Along the way, they've beaten heavyweights like Tottenham and Liverpool, sending a clear message that Maresca's project is coming to life. Still, the biggest question for Chelsea remains the same. Can they stay consistent? History hasn't been kind in that regard. In recent years, the Blues have been unpredictable, capable of blowing away big teams one week, then dropping silly points against smaller sides the next. That inconsistency keeps their title credentials in doubt. Their upcoming clash with Arsenal, right after the FIFA international break, could be the perfect stage to silence those doubts. And with star man Cole Palmer set to return from injury, something fans have been waiting for, Stamford Bridge is already buzzing with anticipation. Meanwhile, the battle for the final top 4 spot is turning into absolute chaos, especially for the 2 fallen giants still chasing their old glory, Tottenham and Manchester United. Both sit on 18 points, just 1 behind the Champions League places, but their stories couldn't be more different. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United have shown incredible resilience, surviving on belief and last-minute heroics. Amad Diallo's stoppage-time equalizer against Nottingham Forest and Matthijs de Ligt's dramatic 96th-minute header against Spurs are proof of that never-say-die spirit. But while that fighting spirit is admirable, it's also covering up a major issue. United's defense is leaking goals at an alarming rate. 18 conceded in 11 matches tells the story of a backline that's far from stable. On the other hand, Thomas Frank's Tottenham have the opposite problem. Their defense has been solid, conceding just 10 goals, but their injury list looks like a novel. Losing key creators like James Maddison, Dejan Kulusevski, Dominic Solanke, and Bissouma has left the team without its usual spark. Both sides find themselves in a fragile balance, not sinking but not soaring either. It feels like they're walking a tightrope, hoping others slip rather than taking control of their own climb. For United, the task is clear: fix the defensive chaos. For Spurs, it's about survival and praying their stars return soon. Because from this point on, the top four race won't just test talent, it'll test mentality, depth, and the ability to handle crisis under pressure. The chaos has spread to mid-table, where fairy tales rarely last long. Bournemouth were once a breath of fresh air under Andoni Iraola, playing fast, high-pressing football that caught everyone's attention. But a lack of depth and consistency has seen them quickly figured out, slipping down the table. Big teams like Manchester City have learned how to exploit their high defensive line. Aston Villa, on the other hand, have shown that pressure can sometimes create diamonds. After their worst start to a season in 28 years, and with strict financial limits, Unai Emery has once again proven his brilliance. He led a quiet internal rebuild, restoring balance, demanding intensity in duels, and urging his players to press bravely and as a unit. The turnaround has been dramatic. 4 straight wins, including a 4-0 demolition of Bournemouth, have transformed Villa Park into a true fortress. Even more impressively, Aston Villa are the only Premier League team who've managed to completely shut down Haaland. With Boubacar Kamara and Amadou Onana anchoring midfield and the attacking players hitting top form, Villa are back in the conversation, knocking on the door of the top 4 as a real force once again. Down at the bottom, the tension is no less fierce. Aside from Wolverhampton, who remain stuck at the bottom with just 2 points after 10 rounds, the gap between the rest is razor thin. Nottingham Forest sit second from last with 9 points, but they're only 1 win away from 14th place Newcastle United. In this relegation fight, everything can change in just 1 weekend. Much of that chaos has come from a sudden resurgence by West Ham United and Nottingham Forest under new management. Nuno Espirito Santo has injected belief back into West Ham with dramatic wins, while Sean Dyche has completely transformed Forest. His side's 3-1 victory over Leeds United felt like a statement of rebirth. Their improvements have dragged Burnley and Leeds closer to danger, and perhaps the biggest surprise of all is Newcastle United. The Magpies, flying high in the Champions League, have stumbled domestically and now sit just 2 points above the relegation zone. All signs point to a brutal survival battle ahead, one that will test not just quality, but courage, patience, and adaptability. Now, as the Premier League pauses for the international break, every club gets a rare chance to reset, to heal, to rebuild, and to sharpen their tactics before the storm resumes. The 2025-26 Premier League race is heating up fast. Arsenal are battling to keep their consistency. Manchester City are surging back to their unstoppable best. Chelsea have forced their way into the title mix. Behind them, Tottenham, Manchester United, and Aston Villa are fighting tooth and nail to stay in touch, while those near the bottom are clinging to every point like it's a lifeline. Anything can happen from here. In this league, only those who seize the moment will write their own story of success.